Well, Marcus Rashford, I think he really had one of the worst nights in his entire lifetime because he got a red card on the night and his brother was arrested in USA, and we're here to obviously coming through and we'll let you know what this is all about. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? Rock and David is my name. Smash like button, comment and share. If you're already watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories sorry about that that we do upload in here on a daily. And Marcus Rashford is really a culprit of a red card and it was sent off. I'm going to bring you close to 3 people on their reactions to that red card: Rasmus Højlund, Paul Scholes sorry about that, Paul Scholes, and the manager of Man United, that is Erik ten Hag. So we thank God for the gift of life and hope you guys are really doing the best for yourselves. Then let's obviously start it off with that story coming in from the Telegraph. They are confirming to us that Marcus Rashford brother agent has been arrested for domestic violence in Miami, Florida. That is it. So that is the brother to Marcus Rashford, and he has been arrested for domestic violence. This is not what Marcus Rashford will obviously want on a night where he went ahead to obviously get a red card that obviously costed United a game away in Copenhagen. No sooner had he really gotten a red card than the story was published late in the night yesterday, and we saw to it that we publish it around midnight. So his brother is obviously arrested and we don't know how that's going to go, and that was as his agent. So Rashford is really in total tatters as he was obviously trying to recover from the criticism coming in from the manager of Man United and the fans of Man United for going to party hard after United lost 3-0 to Man City, and he was obviously told, obviously put in an apology. He misses out on the game of Fulham because of the head injury. Then he travels with the team. He gets into the starting 11 and he gets a red card. Getting a red card, his brother is also confirmed arrested. So I don't know whether his mind is in the right sense. That is it. Because if you're not in the right sense of mind, you cannot come out and obviously offer the best on the field of play. So we wait and see how that's going to pan out. And Marcus Rashford is going to be out for the game of Bayern Munich and for the game of Galatasaray. That is it. And to me, I might find a positive in that. You get? Alejandro Garnacho has gone ahead to show us that he's really a different kind of player altogether and puts in a shift after shift, and every time he's called in for to come in through and obviously do the needful, he has gone ahead to obviously win lots of games for the club of Man United. If at all you watched the game of football that played yesterday, that second goal that Rasmus Højlund scores on the night, it's Garnacho that breaks off very well and he tries to place that ball past the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper spreads wide to see to it that he obviously saves the ball, and he couldn't obviously save the ball, and it resulted into a net to beat by Rasmus Højlund, and Højlund put it in the back of the net to make it 2-0 for the club of Man United, and lots of things that Garnacho had to do into that game. And if it was not the red card of Marcus Rashford, Garnacho would have gone ahead to do the needful and get in what we really expected from him. So playing away at Galatasaray with Alejandro Garnacho, one of those players that have gone ahead to come in through and obviously do the needful, especially in the final third of the pitch, then that is really something important for the club of Manchester United. And you know, sometimes Rashford is not into the levels of playing for the club of Man United, and his form has gone ahead obviously deep. And with Amad Diallo returning, you really anticipate that if at all he obviously returns next week in training and he trains for 2 weeks, maybe he'll be ready to obviously feature in the squad of Man United, meaning that he'll be part of the traveling squad that goes to the side of Turkey, that is Galatasaray. And if at all having Amad Diallo in that game, Facundo Pellistri, I think we can obviously get a result, because the problem we've always been having is that we are lacking outlets. We are lacking an outlet on the right attacking side of the midfield. And you saw to it that when Rashford came in through and really played there, you saw what happened. Magic went ahead to happen, and you saw to it that Aaron Wan-Bissaka had a very good movement, and you saw to it that we could get creativity from both attacking side of the midfields. Now, if at all you get creativity from both widths of the pitch, then it's hard for you to be stopped down, especially by your opponent. And that is exactly what we are obviously going to get. So Rashford is out for the 2 games against Bayern Munich and Galatasaray, but I think we are having a boost of Amad Diallo to coming through into the mix. Then let's go to how people reacted onto the red card of Marcus Rashford. The first person was Rasmus Højlund, who scored a brace on a night. He said on the Marcus Rashford red card, it gave them a lot of confidence. I know how much the crowd can help the team here, and it gave them a big boost. A red card changed the game. I think if at all there is anyone who doubts whether the red card changed the game, I think that person is really naive about the game of football. The fact is, the red card changed the game of football. It changed it, and it's so to it that we conceded goals came in rapidly, right? And you can as well blame how the team really lacked leadership on the night, but that red card was obviously very, very, very harsh according to me, and it's really very, 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 very uncalled for. Then Paul Scholes, a former legend of Man United, said Rashford has planted his foot to protect the ball. He isn't even looking at the kid. This is where the referee's understanding of the game needs to come into question, obviously, and that understanding of the game is not for everyone, and they obviously have lots of things to obviously coming through and really look at, but I think that red card was really harsh. It was really, really, really harsh on the night. So Erik ten Hag, the manager, said the following: when you freeze it, it makes it look so worse. The game is never meant to be like this. This has nothing to do with football. So, I feel a little bit for the manager, Erik ten Hag, and I've seen some people calling in for Ten Hag should be sacked now. Look at how we started the game. He shows you that we kick-started off the game very, very well, and there was a chance for us to win this game. The red card comes in through, things come to the worst for our side, though I also have some reasons to portray to those people responsible, especially the players of Man United, but that cannot obviously say that we should sack the manager. That is Erik ten Hag. Why? If he wins his remaining 2 games in the Champions League, he qualifies to the round of 16. When you look at the Premier League table, we are not doing bad. We are still into the vicinity of really reaching the top 4, because the Premier League table sees United having played 11 games and you're having 18 points. Arsenal is 4th and we are 6 points behind Arsenal, and we still have 27 games to go. So there is no reason that can be given to sack Erik ten Hag, and everyone who really wants to sack Erik ten Hag, then you don't know what the problem is at the club of Man United. Erik ten Hag to quit or to be sacked, Ratcliffe is going to first come in through, be in charge of the footballing decisions at the club of Man United. He'll call Erik ten Hag and ask him, what's your future? He sits him with the new director of football, if at all it's Paul Michu, and Jan Cloud, who is expected to be the chairman or the CEO of the club of Man United. They sit down, they draw a very good plan, and after drawing a very good plan, then the management of Manchester United will obviously give Erik ten Hag what he wants. After giving him what he wants, everything will obviously be given to him, and if at all he fails to thrive at the club of Man United, then there will be a chance for him to be sacked. But right now, even if you call for the sacking of Erik ten Hag, it's not going to happen. On the weekend, we are playing Luton Town, and you think we are going to fail to beat Luton Town? We are going to beat Luton Town hands down, and we are obviously going to get to 21 points. And trust me, all the teams above us, like Newcastle, Aston Villa, Brighton, might see themselves capitulate in a different way altogether. Let me read to you the fixtures that the teams are obviously going to play. When you look at Brighton is playing Sheffield. I think they might beat Sheffield at their home. Newcastle, with all their injuries, they are playing at Bournemouth. It's not going to be an easy game there. Then, which other team is ahead of us? Aston Villa is hosting Hugh at home. they're hosting Fulham. So I will tell you that one of those three teams obviously going to capitulate. And trust me, if we win our game, we'll find ourselves in a position of getting out of the 8th position to either come 6th or 7th. And I think by the time we go to the international break, you'll obviously see to it that some teams might obviously draw points, and it won't be very many points off the top 4. That is it. So thank you very much for watching through. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're really watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Reactions to Marcus Rashford's brother arrested are welcome in the comment section below. And what do you make about the red card reactions of Erik Ten Hag? There is Paul Scholes and Højlund into the comment section below. Rock and David remains my name. A sign out for now.